a little bit tired here. I just got off work. But the reason I'm making this vid is because I recently discovered a couple things, and both of them revolve around the super counter. Now, first thing I want to get into, that recent vid I made where I'm suggesting to have sound completely off. You can definitely do that, and if that helps you more, then go ahead and do so. But I actually found the perfect volume level that you can have your playlist at if you're using Pop Player. And it almost exactly matches the in-game music when you have the in-game music turned up to 100. So I suppose I'll go over that really briefly while we're going over my many failures of trying to super counter the opponent after doing a Z-Vanish of my own. Now, you may notice in this game when you're playing against Super AI that they make Z-Vanishing right into a super counter look so easy to do. Not for a player. For a player, it is very close to impossible, and that is why you're seeing me fail so much here. This goes on for about 4 minutes. I think earlier this morning, I had to have done this at least 100 times. Or, if anything, closer to 50, maybe even 75. I had to restart a lot, and out of those attempts, however many it was, I only managed to pull off the super counter after I Z-Vanished, and then they go into a Z-Vanish twice. In other words, the AI cheats. Concluded. You know what it reminds me of? Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, you can actually tool assist the AI on PC for Smash Bros. Melee to infinitely and perfectly wave dash at such a rapid rate. That is impossible for a human player to pull off. Now, human players are capable of doing it, but definitely nowhere near as fast and nowhere near as consistently. I don't know what it is about the super counter in this game, but the window heavily decreases from the time that you go into a Z-Vanish of your own, then the opponent does, and then you try to super counter. That window decreases so much. It is far better and far easier to only try going for a super counter when you're on the defensive only. And if you pay close attention to my previous vid, you're going to notice that even when the enemy AI does Z-Vanish, and I'm still, like, in place, I haven't done a Z-Vanish of my own or anything like that, I can easily consistently pull up the super counter. In fact, at the very end of this vid that we're watching, you're going to see me pull it off. First try, once I go into that next restart, or that very last restart. We got less than a minute before we get to my successful attempt at doing a super counter after I Z-Vanish. It is so difficult for a human player to pull off. Like, we're talking anywhere from 12 or even 4 frames down to like 1 or 2. It's that strict on the timing. That, or it had something to do with your character needing to turn themselves around, and then they do the super counter. That could also fuck with the timing. I have no idea. Until we get more information on that, I'm just gonna say it's AI cheating, because I swear to God, the timing feels so different. But anyway, while we're wrapping up here, got one more fail, and then I'll get into the playlist volume, actually, if you're curious about that for the Pop Player. So, right there, as you saw, I was finally able to do it. I did a Z-Vanish, the enemy AI Z-Vanished, and then I super countered. So, I'm going to slow it down here, just in case you missed it. Alright, I think that's as slow as I can get it, so let's watch this in action. Okay, never mind, it's not working. I didn't mean to do that, oopsie. fucking thing play slower. There we go. So I'm going to Z-Vanish. Right there is when I finally super counter after my own Z-Vanish. And I know it's not just me that has been having that issue, because I've seen a couple other people in the Sparking Zero Discord talking about this. Now, whenever I describe it, only very few people seem to understand it, because it is a very complex thing in the form of text. And it's definitely a lot easier for most people to see what the hell someone's talking about, like, in action. But let me go ahead and set the playback speed to normal again. There we go. Immediate super counter. Another immediate super counter. That is how easy it is to do at a standstill compared to when you're doing it from a Z-Vanish into an enemy's Z-Vanish into one of your own super counters. The timing changes so much, it is so strict, it is very frustrating. I would not recommend doing that at all. You're much better off just going for the Z-Vanishes. Hopefully you have more ki than your opponent, because if not, that's going to make it difficult. And for that reason, I think the androids are the most overpowered characters in the game you can play, because they have auto ki regen. And if you want my personal opinion on the best android in the game, based on what I've seen, absolutely Metal Cooler. Now hear me out on this. He has instant transmission. He has healing from the Big Getty Star. He's an android. He gets auto ki regen. He can easily mix up and screw with the opponent. The only real major downside to him that I'm seeing is he only has 4 skill points and max. But anyway, I just want to demonstrate this really quick. So let's say that you have Pop Player up, right? You want to get it to match exactly to the in-game volume for Sparking Zero, when both are at their max volumes with the mixer. So the way I found to do it is just first take this, turn it all the way down, and then go up 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you even need to, you can go a little bit lower than that. But anyway, yeah, I'm back to having music and playing Sparking Zero again, and it's awesome. And it's going to sound way more quiet for you because of how I have my audio settings set up here on OBS. Like, I have them capping right around the middle of where my voice is like coming up like almost twice as much. But yeah, hopefully that helps. You can see like my decibels here, and if you want to see my decibels at all for the cap on here, I'm gonna go to filters. This is what I have mine at for music. If you're trying to do like recording or streaming and you're not sure on what to put it at, this is what I recommend personally. And then I'll show you my settings for my mic, I guess. So filter, I put the gain slightly above the cap for my voice through OBS, and that's why I've been sounding, you know, slightly louder than normal, but I didn't want to sound too quiet either, like I've been noticing. So I've also got all these other filters. And these are the settings that I find best personally, and I'm using a HyperX Quadcast mic. But anyway, I know I went over a lot in this vid. Any questions or concerns, feel free to comment down below. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go and get some shut-eye early here. Peace out.